Welcome to the weekly Dad Jokes Explained episode. Each week we examine a set of dad jokes and explain what makes them so funny. Our aim is to arm you with information on delivering your own dad jokes to your friends and family so you can further spread the laughs and groans. Let's get to it.
I got arrested today for walking out of an art museum with a painting. I'm just so confused because earlier when I asked the security if I could take a picture, they said yes.
This joke is funny because of the play on words and the unexpected twist. The setup leads us to believe that the person got arrested for stealing a painting, but then we find out that they were actually allowed to take a picture earlier. This creates confusion and adds an element of surprise, which makes it humorous.
When I was a boy, the Jetsons gave me unrealistic expectations about the future. Like having a job, a loving family, and a dog.
This joke is funny because it takes a nostalgic reference, The Jetsons, and uses it to poke fun at the realities of adulthood. The show portrayed a futuristic world with advanced technology and happy families, but in real life, many people struggle to find fulfilling jobs or maintain loving relationships. By using irony and exaggeration, this joke highlights the gap between our childhood fantasies and the complexities of adult life. It also plays on our shared cultural experiences and sense of humor about growing up.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle? Attire.
This joke is funny because it relies on a clever play on words. The word attire can refer to clothing, but it can also be interpreted as a pun on the phrase attire. By using this double meaning, the joke sets up an unexpected twist that catches the listener off guard and elicits a chuckle. Additionally, there's something inherently amusing about imagining someone riding around on a unicycle or bicycle while dressed in either fancy or shabby clothes. This mental image adds to the humor of the punchline.
I'm trying to make some extra dough by selling jokes for 5 cents each. It's a pun per nickel.
This joke is funny because it cleverly uses wordplay to create a pun. The phrase "the pun per nickel" sounds like a penny per nickel, which subverts our expectations and creates humor through surprise. Additionally, the concept of selling jokes for only 5 cents each is amusing in itself, as it implies that the jokes may not be very valuable or high quality.
Apparently you can't use beef stew as a password. It ain't stroganoff.
This joke is funny because it uses a pun to play on the similarity between stroganoff and strong enough. The setup leads us to believe that beef stew might make for a good password, but then we find out that it's not strong enough as a security measure. This creates humor through surprise and wordplay.
Not to brag, but I made 6 figures last year. I was also named worst employee at the toy factory.
This joke is funny because it sets up an expectation that the speaker is successful due to making 6 figures last year. However, the punchline reveals that they were actually named worst employee at a toy factory, subverting our expectations and creating humor through irony. The contrast between financial success and professional failure adds an element of surprise to the joke, which makes it humorous. Well, that's it from this episode of Dad Jokes Explained. Hope these will give you inspiration in delivering your own dad jokes. I'm Montgomery Jones, and bye for now. This episode is produced by Klassic Studios. See the show notes page for sources and credits. Check out our other podcasts in our network at ClassicStudios.com.